Guys, please check your audio and video settings, please. Guys, please check your audio and video settings, please, everyone. Please check your audio and video settings, please. Okay, guys. Yesterday I was talking about what, boss? Different types of frameworks that are there in Java, right now? Different types of frameworks that are there in Java. Different kinds of frameworks that are there in Java. Understanding my statement? Okay. The question that comes under. Okay. Spring and Spring Boot frameworks. Tell me how many types of frameworks I talked about? How many types of frameworks that Java are having, boss? 4 types of frameworks that are there, right? ORM framework, MVC frameworks, web service frameworks, big data frameworks. Do I need to bother about big data frameworks today? To become Java developer, Java full stack developer, Java backend developer, do I need to worry about big data frameworks? No. When should I worry about big data frameworks? While becoming data scientist, right, boss? While becoming data scientist, I should worry about big data framework. Yes or no, na? Super. Yesterday we completed discussion about all types of frameworks, their examples. What is the difference between web application and distributed application? Lots of things we discussed, right? Okay, guys. Spring Boot fall under which category of Java frameworks? Okay. Spring framework come under which category of Java frameworks? Understanding? Nodes is there in FB framework. Nodes is there in Facebook group. Tell me. Spring frameworks are given having collection of modules. Understanding my statement? Different modules are there to perform different activities. Are you getting my point? So we cannot say Spring is just ORM framework, Spring is just web service framework, Spring is just MVC framework. So Spring is having multiple modules, guys. Every module is doing different framework works, different works of different frameworks. That's why we call what? Spring as an application framework. Spring is a what? JEE framework. Are you understanding my statement? Java Enterprise Edition framework. Java Enterprise Edition framework. Are you getting my point? Super, boss. Right. Spring Boot fall under which category of Java frameworks? Yes, guys. Answer. Both these frameworks are given having modules. And every module can be used to develop certain type of applications. Certain types of applications. Certain type of applications. So we can say Spring Boot are frameworks are what, guys? Frameworks are yesterday's notes I uploaded in the Facebook group. If not done, I will upload today. I will upload today. Focus on the current class. Are called what, guys? Application frameworks or JWE frameworks. What is JWE, guys? Java Enterprise Editions. Java Enterprise Edition. But what is the recent name of this JWE? This is the old one, guys. What is the recent one? Recently, it changed to Jakarta Enterprise Edition. Recently, name is changed to what? Jakarta Enterprise Edition. Even package names are changing nowadays, right, boss? It's a new name. Okay. Right, boss. Tell me, guys. Spring core module. Spring or Spring Boot core module. Right, boss? Important modules of Spring Boot frameworks. I'm just giving important modules, guys. Right. Important modules of Spring Boot. First of all, you remember one thing. Spring Boot is equal to Spring++. It is developed on the top of Spring, boss. It is given on the top of Spring. Real? Okay. This is my Spring framework. And this is my Spring Boot framework, guys. Okay. Yes, guys. Here is my Spring, guys. Here is my Spring Boot. Okay, super. Yeah. Mr. Admin, please share the backup videos. The students who joined yesterday, today, they have so many queries about the course. Please watch backup video number 1, backup video number 1, backup video number 2. All your queries will be answered. But since you people are not controlling your excitement, I will give brief idea. This course is Spring course, exclusively designed for Spring full stack students, Java full stack student, outsiders who want to learn, and for the outsiders who want to learn Spring. Yes, boss. Next, Admin Dilip, can you share backup videos? Duration of this course is 60 days to 70 days. Okay. In this one, we learn multiple modules of Spring, boss. Multiple modules of Spring, like a core module, AOP module, JDBC module, transaction management module, MVC module. Like this, we learn multiple modules. Security module. Like this, we are going to learn multiple modules. Spring Boot is not part of this course. For Spring Boots, you have to attend separate course. For Spring Boot, you have to attend separate course. I keep on telling this one, right, boss? Okay. So I'm sharing the admin details, especially for newcomers. Admin details, my mail ID, Facebook group URL, Naresh IT YouTube channel information, everything. For this batch, admin is what? Dilip, boss. And these are the backup videos. These are the backup videos. Super. If you have more doubts, Okay, please watch day 1, day 2 backup videos. You will get clarity. Yeah, Google Classroom will be created once link is changed. Once link is changed, I will create the Google Classroom. I will add you there. Super. So shall we get into the discussion? Now, if you have any personal questions, so course related question, I will take at the end of the session. I want everyone to focus on the current topic, especially newcomers. Especially newcomers. Okay, all your queries will be answered, which are not related to current topic at the end of the session. Super, guys. Important modules are Spring Boot frameworks, boss. Yes. Core module, guys. For developing standalone applications. ORM module, guys. For developing objects-based OR mapping persistence logic. That means indirectly it is doing the work of ORM frameworks or not. OR mapping persistence logics, right, boss? See, MVC framework, MVC module, MVC or WebMVC, both are one and the same, guys. For developing, come on, MVC architecture based web application. MVC architecture based web applications. Next, Spring REST module. Spring REST module, which is extension of MVC module, guys. Extension of MVC module for developing RESTful web services. RESTful web services. Indirectly distributed applications are not. Indirectly distributed applications are not. And etc. was. And etc. See, using one Spring or Spring Boot, I can develop what? Standalone application, OR mapping persistence logic, web application, distributed application. I can develop all kinds of applications or not. Different modules of Spring can be used to develop different types of applications or not. So can I call Spring is what? An application framework or JWE framework? Super, guys. Since Spring Boot frameworks can be used to develop different varieties of applications and different varieties of logics. Different varieties of logics. Understanding my statement? Different varieties of logics. We can say Spring Boot frameworks are what, guys? Spring Boot frameworks are what, guys? Application. I just listed important modules. Important modules. Don't think that only these modules are there. Lot of other modules also there. And etc. Meaning, if you don't know, please sit in the English grammar classroom. Mr. Subbu, I said etc. If you don't know the meaning of etc., please sit in English grammar classroom. Did I say only these modules are there? Did I say remaining modules are outdated? Please, guys, try to show some maturity. You completed graduation. Don't forget that. Okay, super. Are called or application or JWE frameworks. JWE frameworks. Super. Okay. Now one more question that eats your brain is Spring or Spring Boot framework Array. Spring simplifies the application development. Spring Boot internally uses Spring and simplifies more and more simplifies the application development. More and more simplifies the application development. Understanding my statement? Okay. Is Spring or Spring Boot framework is alternate to JWE module? Tell me, guys. Is alternate to JWE module? Is alternate to JWE module? Array, you know JWE technologies? JWE module of Java contains list of technologies. What are those? Servlet, JSP, JMS, EJB, JND, JAS. All these are part of JWE module or not? Is Spring alternate to? Is Spring or Spring Boot framework is alternate to JWE module or not? Okay. Listen, guys. Our course covers the following modules of Spring. Following modules of Spring. Yeah, guys. Core, JDBC. Array, 25 modules are there, Babu. Please, someone is asking, sir, you are not covering all modules, sir. There is no need of learning all modules. 25 plus modules are there, right, boss? But majority modules which are required for industry, we are covering. Everyone understanding? MV. Okay. AOP. AOP. Tell me next one. Transaction management. Transaction management. Next. Okay. MVC or Web MVC. Both are one and the same. MVC or Web MVC. Both are one and the same. ORM. We are going to learn ORM. We are going to learn. Super, guys. Security. Okay, we are going to learn security. Mailing. Okay. Mailing and plus mini projects. Plus mini projects. Okay, 4 or 5 mini projects we learn. Plus Java real-time tools. Java real-time tools. A core module contains IOC itself. Core module itself contains IOC. 10 plus tools we are going to learn. Plus common topics. Common topics. 10 plus we are going to learn. You want what are the list of real-time tools? What are the list of common topics? More details about the course curriculum. Refer day 1 video, day 1 backup video. There I have given more clarity on these topics. Yes or no, na? Super. These are just important modules. These are just important modules. Okay, boss. Listen carefully. Yeah, Spring REST is not part of this course, guys. Spring REST means web services. Okay, that is part of Spring Boot and microservice course. That is part of Spring Boot and microservice course. Clear, guys? Super. So shall you come back to the subject? Is Spring or Spring Boot framework alternate to JWE module? Java modules are JSC, JWE, JME. JSC, Java Standard Edition, Java Enterprise Edition, Java Micro Edition. Okay. JWE module technologies are super, guys. These modules are more than sufficient to become Spring developer. These are the regularly used modules of industry. 95% projects are running on these modules. Everyone understanding my statement? And these modules will cover lot of small modules also. Will cover lot of small modules also. Clear, my dear? So there's Spring means maximum this thing, Rabab. Okay, what are the JWE technologies are what? Servlet, JSP, EasyAB, JMS, tell me, JAS, JTA, and etc. JTA and etc. was. Okay, some new words are there. JSP, Java Server Pages. Tell me. Okay. Java Server Pages. EasyAB, Enterprise Java Beans. Enterprise Java Bean. JMS, Java Messaging Service. JAS, Java Authentication and Authorization Service. Next, JTA, Java Transaction API. Java Transaction. These are the various module names, guys. Okay. Yes, boss. Tell me, boss. Okay. JSC module. JSC module is having Java language plus few technologies. Few technologies like JDBC, JNDI, RMI, and etc. Array, JSC module is purely Java language, guys. More of your core Java. More of your core Java, boss. What is JNDI? Java naming and directory interface, right? RMI, remote method invocation. Remote method invocation, right, boss? Next, JME module is outdated. Is outdated, don't worry about it. Is outdated because of what, guys? Android and iOS. JME module is there to develop mobile applications, right? Nowadays, people are using JME module to develop the mobile applications or Android. Android and iOS. Come on, guys. Java Enterprise Edition, Java Standard Edition, Java Micro Edition, also called Mobile Edition. Okay, JME module is outdated because of what, guys? Android and iOS. Android and iOS. Now let me come to my question, boss. What is our actual question, guys? Is Spring alternate to JWE module? JWE module. Now my actual answer, let me give, boss. Spring or Spring Boot is not alternate to JWE module. Spring or Spring Boot is not alternate to JWE module. In fact, it complements JWE, JSC module technologies. That means Spring or Spring Boot framework internally uses JSC and JWE module technologies. For example, you take Spring JDBC, internally uses JDBC technology. Spring Web MVC, internally uses Servlet JSP technologies. Spring Transaction Management, internally uses JTA, Java Transaction Management. Because of various modules that are there in Spring and Spring Boot, the way we work with the JWE technologies is simplified. So can I say, is Spring and Spring Boot alternate to JWE technologies, or Spring Boot is what? Internally using JWE technologies, JSC technologies, and simplifying the application development, guys? Simplifying the application development, guys. So Spring Boot are complementing JWE technologies, or are becoming alternate to JWE technologies. Answer. What is the answer? Spring Boot framework is not alternate to what is this? JSC, JWE technologies. In fact, they are complementing JSC, JWE technologies. Are you understanding my statement? That means they internally use JSC, JWE technologies to simplify the application development process. To simplify the application development process. So, tell me. So we cannot say. Spring Boot framework is alternate to JWE, JSC technologies. Convinced, guys? Super. Array. Now let's see, guys. Spring JDBC module internally uses JDBC technology. Next, Spring MVC module internally uses, what is that, guys? Tell me. Internally uses Servlet, JSP technologies. Understanding my statement, guys? Okay. Spring ORM module internally uses Hibernate, and Hibernate internally uses JDBC. So indirectly, Spring ORM is internally using JDBC, na boss? And etc. This list will go on. So when one technology or one framework is internally using what? Another technology or framework. Can we say another technology or framework is alternate to already available technology or framework, boss? Can we say like that? In fact, no. I'm just trying to give clarity, boss, nothing else. I'm just trying to give clarity. All your small doubts that are there in mind, I'm trying to clarify them. Okay. Is Spring Boot. Alexa, activate balcony center lights. Is Spring Boot alternate to Struts framework? Tell me, guys. Is Spring Boot alternate to Struts framework? Answer is no again. Answer is no. Why, sir? Using Struts, I can develop only web application. Using Spring Boot, I can develop what? Using Spring Boot, I can develop what? Standalone application, web application, distributed application, and other application. So is Spring Boot is more bigger than Struts or not? Spring Boot is bigger than Struts or not? Can you compare web application framework with all-rounder framework? Can we say Spring is an all-rounder framework? Why? Using Spring, I can develop standalone application, web application, distributed applications, OR mapping, persistence logic, all kinds of application, all kinds of logics. And using Struts, I can develop only web application. Understanding my statement, guys? Can we compare web application framework with all-rounder framework, guys? If you feel Hibernate is a bowler, Struts is a batsman, Spring is a, you should say Spring is a all-rounder. Spring is like Hardik Pandya. Spring is like Ravindra Jadeja. Spring is like MS Dhoni. Struts, Hibernate, these are like what? Just batsmen or just bowlers? Just batsman, just bowler, right? MS Dhoni is not all-rounder. Who said Babu? MS Dhoni is all-rounder. He's a batsman. He's a wicket-keeping person. He's a captain. He's a captain. Don't forget that, right? Okay. And if needed, he can bowl also. If needed, he can bowl also. Super, guys. Using Struts, we can develop only web applications. Whereas using Spring or Spring Boot, Spring Boot, we can develop, come on, we can develop standalone applications, web applications, distributed applications, and etc. So, okay, Spring Boot is bigger framework than Struts framework. But one small note, guys. Spring Boot. Okay. WebMVC module is alternate to Struts framework. Only just one module is alternate to Struts framework. Everyone understanding my statement? Just one module of Spring or Spring Boot is alternate to Struts framework. Just one module, guys, not entire framework. Not entire framework, just one module. Clear, guys? Is Spring or Spring Boot alternate to EasyB technology? I want this answer from you people. I want this answer from you people, boss. I want this answer from you people. EasyB means enterprise Java means using which we can develop distributed applications. Using which we can develop distributed application. In Spring also some modules are there to develop the distributed applications. But can we say Spring Boot is alternate to EasyB technology? What is the answer? Same analyzation. No. No. EasyB is JWE module technology. Yes or no? Na? EasyB is JWE module technology which is outdated long back. To develop the Java-based distributed application, having language dependency, having domain dependency. That means both client and server applications of distributed application must be there in Java. Compulsory must be there in Java. Yes or no, boss? Using Spring, we can develop standalone application, web application, distributed application. So Spring or Spring Boot is a bigger framework than EasyB technology. Yes or no, boss? Using Spring REST module or Spring Boot REST module, we can develop web service based distributed applications in Spring. Okay, but having interoperability. What do you mean by interoperability? Client and server application can be there in any domain. No, not compulsory. Okay, both applications should be there in Java. Both applications should be there in Java. Yes or no? Na? Okay. EasyB is a JWE module. JWE module technology to develop the distributed applications. Distributed applications in Java having domain dependency. Okay. Domain dependency. Domain dependency. What do you mean by domain dependency, boss? Domain dependency. Both client and server applications must be there in Java. Must be there in Java. Spring Boot frameworks. Framework can be used to develop. Tell me. Standalone applications, web applications, distributed applications, and etc. Standalone applications, web application, distributed applications, and etc. Everyone understanding my statement? Yes. So Spring Boot is bigger framework than EasyB technology. So it is not alternate. Okay. Bigger technology than is bigger framework than EasyB technology. Super, guys. But one note, guys. Using Spring or Spring Boot REST module. What module? We can develop distributed application having interoperability feature. Interoperability feature. What do you mean by interoperability features? The client applications for server application can be there in any domain. I think we discussed it now, boss. The client application for server application can be there in any domain. Interoperability is there. Interoperability is there. Okay. The last question I want to ask was, is Spring Boot alternate for Spring Framework? Is Spring Boot framework alternate for Spring Framework? Say something. Yes or no? Na? No, Raval. Spring Framework is internal. Spring Boot is internally using Spring na? Spring Boot framework is internally using Spring. Spring Boot is internally using Spring na, boss. Spring Boot is internally using Spring na, boss. Come on. Okay. Answer, no. What is the answer? No. Why no, boss? Spring Boot framework is built on the top of Spring framework. That means Spring Boot is internally using Spring. Okay, Spring. So we can say Spring Boot is not alternate to Spring, but it complements the Spring. But it complements the Spring, boss. But it complements the Spring. So it simplifies the Spring frame. It simplifies the Spring. It simplifies the Spring, boss. Okay, the way we use Spring becomes easy when you go for Spring Boot, guys. The way we use Spring becomes easy when you go for Spring. I'll go on small conclusion statement, guys, so that it will be resist in your brain forever. By taking one real life example. You know that real life examples are very easy to understand. And in comparison, if you link them with subject, your learning process becomes easy, right? Okay. Working with Java language. Okay, first listen the statement. Working with the Java language to develop this application, software application, is like washing clothes with hands. Is like washing clothes with hands. Lot of hard process, Babu. Very complex process. Right. Working with Java technologies to develop the software applications is like washing clothes. No, listen very carefully. Washing clothes by taking some washing equipment. Washing clothes manually with the support of some equipment. What kind of equipment? Mechanical equipment, boss. Brush, bat, washing brush, washing bat, washing powder. But you are still doing manually only, but you are taking some support of other facilities. Some support of other mechanical facilities, manual facilities. Understanding my statement? Super, boss. Next, developing software application by using Spring is like washing clothes using semi-automated washing machine. Semi-automated washing machine. Okay. Next, developing software application by using Spring Boot. By using Spring Boot is like washing clothes with fully automated washing machine. At the end, all things will wash the clothes, guys. But the way we are washing, how fastly we are washing, how perfectly we are washing, how neatly we are washing, how much burden we are taking in the washing, that matters. At the end, washing will happen. At the end, washing will happen, no doubt in that. So don't think that using Java language, we cannot develop software application. We can develop, but programmer will get lot of burden, boss. Lot of responsibilities he has to take, right? Using technologies also we can develop, but compared to language, technology simplifies little bit. Framework simplifies more thing. Spring Boot kind of simplifies more and more. Spring Boot kind of framework simplifies more and more. I hope you enjoyed my statement, guys. Working with Java language. To develop the software applications. To develop the software applications is like washing clothes with hands. Washing clothes with hands manually without any equipment support. Without any, what we can say, guys? Without any, they are called what, guys? What are those? Without any, can you help me the exact word? Without any tools support. Tools support. That's a better wording, right? They are called tools, na? Brushes, bat, and all this one. Working with Java technologies. This is the simplest way to understand what is the difference between all the things. To develop the software application is like washing clothes with hands manually with the support of tools. With the support of tools. With the support of tools like bat, brush, and etc. Bat, brush, and etc. Super. Okay, I think here wording is gone wrong. Yeah, working with the Spring framework. I have to change one line. I'll change. Working with Spring framework is like washing clothes with semi-automated washing machine, right? Semi-automated washing machine. Semi-automated washing machine, Babu. Semi-automated washing machine. Okay, here what is the one I should write, guys? Java technologies. Yeah, working with the Spring Boot framework to develop software application is like washing clothes with fully automated washing machine. Fully automated washing machine. Fully automated washing machine. Fully automated washing machines, guys. Cool. I hope you got the clarity, boss. Yes, boss. Now listen, for newcomers, I am trying to tell here. Okay, this course covers okay, entire Spring framework. Entire Spring framework required for the industry. Superna, boss. But to learn end to end of Spring and Spring Boot, target this course. What is that, guys? Spring Basics, Spring Boot, Spring MVC, Spring REST, and microservices. Here, everything of Spring and Spring Boot will be covered. This is the bigger course, guys. Spring Basics, Spring Boot, and microservices. That's the actual course, guys. Spring Basics, Spring Boot, and microservices. So these things are anyhow covered. This is the course title, Babu. This is the course title. Spring Basics and Spring Boot and microservices. Here we learn all Spring Basics. Then we learn all the modules of Spring in Spring Boot angle. Then we also learn microservices. Yeah, what is microservices? I will talk in this particular batch, boss. Microservice is a separate architecture to develop the application. Right now, your maturity is not sufficient to understand it. At right time, I will introduce that knowledge. First, let's travel something in Spring. Then I will introduce what is microservice architecture. Everyone getting my point, guys? Come on. Super. Right. Yeah, this is for full stack student, part of full stack Java program. Full stack Java program, Naresh IT, right? Okay. Part of full stack Java program. Sir, I will learn this course. After that, I want to learn Spring Boot and microservice. When you come for this course, you will get a discount. As a full stack student, when you come for this course, you will get a discount in the fee. But this is not there in your curriculum, guys. In your curriculum, only Spring Force is there. If you have any questions, talk to admin, talk to inquiry department. I mean to say inquiry department of Naresh IT. I think you will get definitely discount, guys. Yeah, this batch will start 7 a.m. slot in the last week of February. In the last week of February, right? This is okay. Last week of February. Course fee is 8K. Course fee is 8K. For full stack students, I think it is a 5.5K, it seems. For full stack students, it is going to be 5K. For outsiders, it is 8K. For full stack student, it is going to be 5.5K. Super. If you are looking for my advanced Java, boss, advanced Java by me means Natras sir. Okay, advanced Java by me. When it will start, 4 p.m. slot. Okay, in the 3rd week of February. One batch is going on, guys. Okay, once that batch is completed, I will start your batch. I'll start your batch. Got it? Super. Okay. JDBC, Servlet, JSP, JSTL, everything related to database connectivity, web application development is part of Advanced Java course. Understanding my statement, guys? Super, guys. Right, boss. From which technology advanced Java will start? JDBC, Servlet, JSP, and everything. Okay. It's not third week, Rabab. Third week of February. Everything is from third week. It's not third week. Fine. Okay. Yeah. Newcomers, initially you have to collect the notes from Facebook group. You have to join in that group, guys. You have to join. All my courses will be both offline and online together. You know, if they are offline also, it will be start. You can attend in online. Okay, everyone collect them. These are the backup videos, guys. Okay, if you are looking for registration link, our admin will share. Yeah, you can do advanced Java. You can do advanced Java framework classes parallelly. No problem. You can do advanced Java framework classes parallelly, boss. Okay. Shaikat Rai, ChatGPT is not alternate to programmers. That's a hype. That's a rumor that is created. That is a rumor that is created. ChatGPT. First of all, ChatGPT is not giving dynamic data. He is giving static data, right? So, ChatGPT is not alternate for programmers. Clear? It's a rumor they have created to justify their financial problems that are there in the software company. Okay. How one search engine is alternate for Java programmers, tell me? It may be giving better search results. How does better search results become alternate for coding? Okay, if we copy, okay, you are searched for something, code has come. If you copy paste the code, code will work. Huh? No, na. Lot of configuration, lot of modification, lot of adjustments. So many things are there, boss. And moreover, Google is the best search engine compared to ChatGPT, especially for the programmers. Why you know? Why you know? When you have 100 suggestions, we will try to pick up a correct suggestion that suits to our requirement. Yes or no? Na? Moreover, nothing can replace human being thinking, boss. Nothing can replace human being thinking. In the middle, automation has come, programmers are not required. Later, ChatGPT has come, programmers are not required. Tomorrow, something comes, again, programmers are not required. They just create some hype kind of thing, rumor kind of thing. That is not the fact. Okay, that is not the fact. Yeah, February 1st. Yeah, listen, guys. Spring JDBC internally uses JDBC technology. Spring ORM internally uses Hibernate technology. Yes or no? Na? Yesterday's notes I have not uploaded. Let me refresh once. 30th. Okay, yesterday notes is missed, it seems. Let me sort by date. Yeah, this is 31st. This is 31st. How to download this one, guys? Yeah, I'll accept your request after the class. Here is the click on download. Here you click on download. Once downloaded, you can open with Paintbrush. Clear? 3 dots. These 3 dots are important. Practical sessions will start, okay, within 1-2 days. Tomorrow onwards, I'm going to start official Spring. The real Spring. So far, introduction is completed. What is framework? What is technology? What is language? What is web application, distributed application? What is Spring? What is Spring Boot? I think you got better idea on all those things now. Okay. Nikaranjan, you can learn Spring Boot after Spring Basics. Yes, you can do that. Super. Arshit, once you got certain technology knowledge, you can apply for internship in any company. If you don't have a Facebook account, create. It takes 1 minute to create. It takes 1 minute to create. Right, boss? Okay. Arun Kumar. Arun Kumar. Okay. This is 2 lines of code you asked. You ask ChatGPT to write a code for payment gateway application. To write a code for payment gateway application. Can it write? It cannot write. So that's why stop thinking about it. Listen carefully, boss. Currently, layoffs are happening in management positions, not in technical positions. Not in technical position. Is that clear? So that's why you don't worry. As a technology guy, engineer, you don't worry. Number one. Okay, these layoffs are not happening because of financial issues. In the corona time, in the fear, companies have taken so many extra people, so many extra management guys, so many extra management people so that they can make teams working properly. Now they realized all these people are doing nothing. Now they are realizing they are waste. Okay, now corrections are happening. Now corrections are happening. Understanding my statement? Okay, super. Listen carefully. Without Spring, you cannot learn Spring Boot and microservices. Spring basics knowledge is required in order to get into Spring Boot and microservices. Clear, guys? Super. I have paid for Java full stack course. I want to do Spring Boot and microservice too. Can I join in this course? Pragati, you can learn Spring here, which is there in your full stack program. Okay. When I start Spring Boot and microservice, come there. When I start Spring Boot and microservice, come there. Understanding my statement, guys? Super, boss. Okay. I have my own startup company, guys. I'm working as a consultant in 2 companies. Okay. I have handled nearly 10 plus projects so far. Okay. I'm here to share my knowledge and experiences with you people. Super. What about non-IT student? IT, non-IT, all your psychological feeling, boss. Once you completed 3 months in core Java learning, you are also IT student. You are also IT student, right? If link is changed, link will come to your email ID. Link is changed, link will come to your email ID. Is that clear? Yeah. Full stack student, non-full stack students also can join this course, guys. Non-full stack students also can join this course. You are going to learn end-to-end Spring, boss. You are going to learn end-to-end Spring here. Super. Are first become eligible having knowledge to get the job, na? Okay. When I say I have my own startup, people are asking vacancies are there. First of all, question yourself. Are you eligible to do work in Java domain or not? Once you are ready, then approach them. Okay. Google Classroom will be created. Sumit Patel, if you have a gap, you can show that gap as experience happily. No problem. Thank you, guys. How to do perfection on any course? Lokesh is asking. Practice listening, analyzing. Practice listening, analyzing. I know core Java. Can I learn Spring framework microservice without advanced Java? You can learn Spring, but without learning. But I recommend to do advanced Java Spring parallelly. I recommend you people to do advanced Java Spring parallelly, right? How to engage with open source project to get experience. Shishkant Rai, try to join in the company as an internship, as an intern guy. Then you can get the experience. Okay, thank you guys. If I miss anyone's question, please mail me. This batch is completely online batch. Okay. Super guys. Thank you.